for today's cup of coffee with Scream. It's a new week. Yeah. It's about the beat. It's all about the beat. And we found this the other day, and it's actually hamsters. These little blue hamsters.
Little blue hamsters.
And it's just these little short clips. And you can find them. That's the best one.
This whole thing is 5 minutes long.
Right. You got one of the extended plays. There was one of them that it was a compilation of that particular artist. And if I remember, I'll put the link in the description box. But this is as far as it just scratched an itch.
Yeah, it does.
And it does as far as the ADHD brain.
It's a stimming.
Is that what it is? You want to explain about this stimming, what that means?
You know how something gets stuck in your head, or you like say a quote over and over again, or you have like a certain song that you just sing over and over and over again.
The thing that went on for weeks.
Yeah, or it's something like Jenna Marbles. Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
that's it.
And it was
oh hell yeah!
certain frequencies that other people it expresses what you need.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we can't verbalize or whatever for ourselves, we find other people to do that, and it's like yes, yes, is that synchronicity of spirit?
Yeah.
And it's been a most interesting weekend. We're recording this on February the 2nd, 2025. And it's like I think somebody had used the GIF or the clip from Willy Wonka, the original with Gene Wilder, a few days or weeks ago, because time is so strange, where he was on the boat inside the chocolate factory. And they were going down through this tunnel, and there was all the weird lighting and all
the visuals
yes.
and all that. It was a trippy scene.
Yeah. And apparently that's where we are right now. Yeah.
It feels it.
Yeah. And it was about perspective. And what was interesting is I was exploring the creators of the little... we thought they were cats. They're apparently little blue hamsters.
Yeah, I thought they were cats at first.
They look like everything looks like cats to us. And when I went through there, I was trying to. It's Blue Ham, I think, is one of the things that it's under. Like I said, I will put the link to the actual video. There was one by Tech Masters Toolbox.
Yeah.
Some of them are calling them space hamsters. Some of them calling them blue hamsters, whatever it is.
It's,
But I found the original, and it's, like I said, I can't remember what the name of it is. And I don't know. It seems like that it was a name that I wasn't, yeah, it's just Blue Ham is what it, and it's,
Blue Ham.
Amiramu Taishi.
Taishi.
So I have probably butchered that. My apologies to this creator.
Adri Mura.
It appears to be, does that look Japanese to you?
Yeah, that's definitely Japanese.
Okay. Just simple, wonderful, little, amazing clips. But that one that we've been playing has been the main one for us for a couple of days since we heard it. It's just like that.
Yeah.
That.
Well, yeah.
And what was weird, they had given an attribution to this group, Diane Wood.
Diane Wood.
And if you're not familiar with, those are frightening people. I'm not joking about that. They are scary.
Yeah.
They're from, what part of Africa are they from? Is it from South Africa? They scary.
Something. Hold up.
They truly. But anyhow, somehow the creators had heard within a song, and I am not going to put a link to that song because it's vile.
A lot of their stuff
It
is.
is just, and I'm all for freedom of speech. Y'all know I am.
Cape Town, South Africa.
But it's, I mean,
That's where they're
it was
from.
bad enough to where when youngest kid over there, he's like, "What's the song?" I'm no, I don't even want to talk about it.
I mean, I've heard some shit that is like, oh. You know, I've heard some shit that I would never play around you. Or I don't want to.
No, that's that.
There's a reason.
Boundaries.
There's a reason why I only have like a limited scope of certain artists.
Yes.
It's like I know a few songs and that's all.
Yes. I mean, it's just out of respect for each other and our culture. That is part of Appalachian culture. There are some things. It doesn't matter if your children are adult or not; they're still your children.
Yeah, and it's they're going to be your parents.
Boundaries.
They're going to be your family no matter what, and you just don't.
Yeah, it's out of respect.
Yeah, but it's also like personally, I don't want to listen to some of those songs.
No, I don't want to listen to them either. And it's like some of that stuff. I'm like, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. But within that, these people had heard that wonderful little beat. And they brought the best out of that horrific song.
It's Japan.
And made something wondrous. They made it their own.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's because not all... The Antwoord does a lot of their songs in English. Most of the majority of their songs. And Japan, there's still a bunch of them that does not know English fluidly.
Yeah.
And so they'd have no idea what the Antwoord is saying, some of them. But...
It was
Japan,
the beat.
Japan, like, I don't know. I've always been a fan of their art. Some of the best artists that I've ever found, like at least that give me inspiration a lot, are always from Japan, and they're able to sort of pull the light out of the dark. You know.
Yes. And that's what we need more of right now. People that are willing to pull the light out of the darkness. It's brilliantly stated. And it's like, when I went to the original video there on YouTube, and YouTube had given it some kind of warning 4 years ago or something.
Yeah.
And people, their response was, yes, thank you, YouTube, because you've got these wonderful little creatures singing, and you're deciding that that's somehow wrong.
Yeah, it's like, 4 hamsters vibing.
Right.
That's illegal!
Around a microphone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just absolutely insane.
Well, I'll read off some. Do you want to read off some of the comments on that?
If you want to, but it's one of those that within the midst of everything that's going on right now, try to find the beat, the thing that keeps you going. Mm-hmm. Ignore the ignorance. Look for the light. Look for the love. It's there. Mm-hmm. And I understand, different people, different frequencies and vibrations, which is music. It's going to speak to them.
Yeah.
Find out what works for you. I still thoroughly believe that people get low and deficient on vibrations and frequencies, the same that they do nutrients or anything else.
No, they do. That's why it's like when I come to you and it's like, I need this. There's a specific sound in this that I need. I need more music that sounds like that, and it frustrates me that I don't know what genre it would be in, or even how to find it.
But now we usually find something. I'm usually pretty good about helping you find something that's similar.
Yeah, but there's some songs that I bring to you and you're like, I don't know.
Especially if it's a newer something, it's like I have no clue.
Yeah.
Because they even, this splintering and fragmenting and fragmenting. As far as you've got genres and subgenres and sub-subgenres, and it's just cumbersome. Mm-hmm. Where you can find nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so...
And that's purposeful, but you've got to be, diligent in finding some of these things. Mm-hmm. I think that,
you gotta dig.
You have colors that are different frequencies and vibrations also.
Mm-hmm. There's some musicians that... Well, Marina and the Diamonds album, Fruit, that was based off of the condition that she has, which is like synesthesia or something like that.
Yes.
And so literally it's got a bunch of colors like blue. You listen to blue and it literally, you can see, like,
taste it.
You can, I wouldn't say taste it, but I can definitely, you feel it and you can definitely see it. And you can hear it. It's like, it's blue.
Taste colors. You can taste colors.
That's true. Blue raspberry, that's just,
it's
blue.
It's blue.
Yeah.
And that's just like, some of these
Orange.
people get down these rabbit holes. Oh, this person's wearing this color, and this is this, and this is the symbolism. And sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. You don't always have to read some kind of whatever into whatever.
Well, that's what I think a lot of people have been sort of conditioned to do that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, to look for the worst.
It's like, oh, this, and it completely takes the joy out of whatever, you know, when you're so deep into the rabbit hole like that, and it's just fucking, you can't enjoy nothing.
Right, without somebody trying to sit there, well, you're one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, hell, I am me. If you want to know why I'm doing whatever or wearing whatever, ask me. Assume nothing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, as far as I've heard this forever, those of us that wear black frequently, there's reasons. Has nothing to do with Satanism, has nothing to do with the dark side, it has nothing to do with anything. It is dark roast. It is black licorice. It is night, which is wondrous. And it doesn't show fucking coffee stains. Period.
Yeah.
That's as deep as it goes.
It doesn't show cat filth.
Yeah. Well, it depends on if you got a light-colored cat.
Oh, if you got a white cat and you wear something black, yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But if you got black cats, you're good.
Yeah.
It blends right in.
So you don't always have to go that far down the damn rabbit hole.
YouTube with this 4 years ago, and they were doing this with a lot of videos that it's like I've come across videos that had like whatever age restriction or warning on it. It's like, I know what I clicked on. This ain't what you think it is, YouTube. I don't know what's going on with y'all's bots, but
Right.
But it's like, 0% violence, 0% bad words, 0% adult content, 100% vibing hamsters, YouTube. And I took that personally.
Yeah. Yeah, because, and this is, in a way, I can empathize with some of these platforms. As far as, I can't even imagine how many videos are uploaded daily, and to try to monitor some of that stuff. But now it's like this. If you're going to be a platform, have the equipment and the talent and the time and whatever to actually, I don't want to say scrutinize. What's the word I'm looking for? Try to sort through the bad stuff in a logical way. Either they can do the job or they can't.
Well, the thing is, they very much have the tech, and I'm pretty sure they have very much the skills. But it's like they are blatantly ignoring some things that need to be removed off of YouTube.
I've heard that. I have heard that often. But you got to realize, channels like ours, as far as the twos and the fews, make them no money. And that's just like even the rage baiters over on X and different places like that. They don't give a shit as long as somebody is engaging.
Yeah.
Because they get their coin according to how many views or whatever. So they don't care if you like it, if you hate it, if it's whatever.
All press is good press.
Well,
that's what they view it as. It's like, it's rage bait sells.
Yeah, it does. They don't care that it may be harming someone, but that's where people also have to be discerning. If it's something that's going to upset you, get you angry, make you have a bad day or whatever, don't watch that.
Right.
Find the little hamsters. Find your beat. Pull that beat out of the mess. And it's like, I was talking to a kid, there are some programs right now that you can separate tracks. And I know that CapCut is one of them. I don't know how good. I've never tried to do that type of thing. Audacity is a program that is very cumbersome. It's got a steep learning curve that you can separate tracks.
Mm-hmm.
But however they had, whatever program they had used with the little blue hamsters to get that beat, incredible. Because it's clean. I thought it was something that they had come up with on their own.
Yeah, no, that's the Antwoord stuff. So the Antwoord, I mean, they're pretty popular, so they have studios and shit like that.
Well,
or they got the money for high quality.
They might not even care
about that. But that's how they got the beat. But
it was. Now, do you really think that they allowed to use the little for the hamsters?
Oh, they didn't.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But
so there's a program out there somewhere that the hamster people use to separate that from the rest of the track.
Possibly, or else they just looked up the instrumentals for it. Because that is possible to do with some songs. You can just find, search up,
Well, it's somebody else using the tech to separate tracks.
No, not always.
Well, like I said, this is a Smile Creator. It blew up. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. There are ways that you can do this.
Oh, no, I've done it. For example, Gwen Stefani's, You Got a Tick There. What happened there? There are ways to do it. That's like with Gwen Stefani's, what's the song? It was from the Blue album.
The
Sweet Escape album. Wonderful Life. There was no instrumental available, so I had to put it in Audacity and basically somehow figure out a way to mute her vocals, and it still wasn't as clean as I wanted it, but I basically got the instrumentals from that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And it's like Audacity, I think it's, is it crowdsourced?
I think it's open source, yeah.
Yeah. So it's free, but now the learning curve on that is steep. It's been around, that's what I was telling him, I know it's been around since about 2005 or something. Mm-hmm. Was when I was first introduced to it.
It's been around, I think it's actually been around longer than that. I think it was late 90s when it came out. It may be.
But you have to really have time to, unless you've perfected that program. I have done things before. Mm-hmm. There was a period when I had more time or had more energy to deal as far as just making your own mix. And it's like we were listening as far as David Palmer, because he had done Spiritual Dance House. And if you've never listened to one of his Spiritual Dance House, usually they're really, really good because he is a good DJ.
Yeah, he really is a good DJ.
And so he's got the programs and everything to where he makes his own mixes. He buys the songs and stuff, and then he mixes them himself. Mm-hmm. And he's very talented at that.
Yeah, he's got the whole mixing board and all that.
Yeah. Sometimes they
probably uses Fruity Loops.
I know that he's now on Rumble. So that is a good thing.
Okay.
Because YouTube, when he would try to share Spiritual Dance House, I mean, it's always on his own thing, which is High Vibe. Uh-huh. And that is a subscription service, but now he will put things out. And I think he'd actually, maybe on X, had put Spiritual Dance House music there a few days ago when it came out. But YouTube would censor parts of the set, and it's like, my God, this is just stupid. Mm-hmm. And for these artists that
copyright
would bitch that a clip of whatever, guess what? That was allowing other people to know where the music came from that didn't know where the music came from to begin with. You're losing money when you do that. Mm-hmm. Because people look at you and they're going, you're an asshole. I'm not going to support you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And especially some of these from, my God.
Why would you support assholes?
50s, 60s, some of this stuff that these kids have never heard of. Let the music be. Mm-hmm. Let these artists that find value in it, let them create their own thing.
Yes. Yes. I mean, what is art? It takes inspiration from all sorts of places, and then you create your own thing.
Right. And somebody worried about losing a dime. Really? That's craziness.
Somebody worried about, oh, you stole this person's ideas, you stole this person's art style, blah, 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 blah. Literally, even...
There's nothing new under the sun.
No. Back in the day, and this is the... What do they do in art colleges? Like, legit.
You study the masters.
Yes. You copy the master's work, and then you create your own style.
Well, and it's just... With the music thing, Kid and I started early this morning. And it's like humans by nature, I mean, verbalization, making some kind of noise, that is common. I mean, that is just innate. That's what we do. We make noises. Yeah. But another thing that is very early, as far as percussion. Yeah. If you give a small child, now you got to be careful where you do this.
They will throw it at you.
A pan and a wooden spoon.
They will throw that spoon at you.
Well, I mean, and just sit there and let them go, I can make sound. Mm-hmm. And the look on a kid's face when they figure out that they can make sound.
It's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Yeah. It's just pure joy and fun.
Yes. And what happens? And then you got people that it's like, don't do that. That's noisy. Here, sit in front of this screen. No.
That's nah.
No, you give that baby something. If it's an empty coffee tin. That was when I was little. As far as they actually had metal coffee cans. Those Chase and Sanborn cans were good for a myriad of reasons.
Yeah.
You cannot imagine. Because of Appalachia. Mm-hmm. But that was, you had the plastic part. That was a different sound than the metal bottom. Mm-hmm. And I'm so grateful I had grandparents that let me do things like that.
Yeah. You would let me do stuff like that. And I still love doing stuff like that. It's like if something makes an interesting sound, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this more. This is good. This is good.
ADHD kid, no medication, you'd be amazed at the things that can make noise. Especially like a pop tab. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can make 1,002 different sounds, and I have sat in garages before and done that.
I found out how to make a toothpick shooter.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The clothespin and some rubber bands.
Well, yeah. I can see that. But find your beat. Now, this week is going to be challenging because we just not even getting days off right now. What?
This is a rough time, but there's something else along with the...
Right?
Continue what you were saying, okay. I'm sorry.
I don't know now. I don't know.
Not the fucking Liberty. And these ads.
Oh, the ads on YouTube have gotten just ridiculous. And I understand that these people have got to make money. I get it.
Yeah, but sometimes the money doesn't even go to whoever uploaded it. Like, it goes just YouTube just does that to try to make some money for themselves.
They've got operating expenses also. So does BitChute. So does Rumble.
Yeah.
BitChute, for you folks over there, I actually do. I've got like a monthly thing that I do contribute to BitChute. Mm-hmm. Y'all the only ones that as far, because I truly believe that much in BitChute. Mm-hmm. Have done it for years.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. My coin is precious to me because they bought very small amounts of it.
Yep.
Widow's Mite. Okay, but what do you
Widow's
want?
Mite?
Yes.
What's a Widow's Mite?
It's from Scripture that you had the Pharisee, this wealthy man, that he came in and he gave a little bit, and he wanted everybody to know how much he had given. And that there was this little widow, and all she had were these little coins. It was the mite. It'd be like a penny.
And she put all that she had
all that she had. And it's like, and Christ asked, who gave the greater gift? Mm-hmm. When you give all that you have, as opposed to somebody that's, just doing it for show.
Yeah.
That was what it was about. Mm-hmm. So, what was it you're going to play?
Shrimp, that's all I will ever be, that I'm happy knowing that I will be okay.
Is that a leak? Is that the Vocaloid thing?
It's the shrimps.
Oh, the shrimp. Yes, I'll have to put that because it's adorable. Is that a Vocaloid?
Yeah, that's Miku.
I thought it was. Now, the Vocaloids are way cool because it is just verbalizations that you can use. You can put your own combinations on it. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're voice banks.
And they've been around for a long time.
Yeah. No one hardly uses the original two anymore. It's just Miku, Gakupo. The Gakupo, that's rare to see him too. But Luca, Rin and Lin, Kaito. I think Kaito has sort of took a back burner due to a new character that recently came up or whatever. And these the voice banks, the vocal things, whatever, actually come from actual musicians that have contributed to the program.
Okay.
And so that's pretty cool. And you can just make whatever. And people have made such amazing pieces of work. And they are so intricate in a lot of ways. Now, some of them can be a little bit janky. They can sound a little bit janky. But, you know.
It's got its own essence to it. But now, with the AI and everything like that, just incredible. I mean, it's just like that game. What was that little game that Markiplier was playing that you had the little characters that made the different sounds?
Oh, shit. I don't know what it was called.
And it doesn't really matter, but it was like you were making your own music.
Yeah, and you can mix up the little characters, and it had a horror part too, and so it had the light, happy music, and then once you click the horror thing, it was dark and it was ominous or whatever.
It wasn't that dark.
No,
it's
just really.
Spooky. It was all ages.
Kid spooky.
Yeah, all ages. So find your beat in the mix of the mess. Make your own mix. Make your own mixtape.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Find your own music. What does your music sound like?
And it's like, I thought in the all this drama and stuff that's going on, and it's like, a message of hope. Okay, I'll roll with that.
Yeah.
Because we
need hope.
Everybody's having the paranormal. Everybody's having the supernatural. And God is still God all by himself. You want to tell them where we can be found?
You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Rolanda, COCWS.
His Twitter thing is there. His X handle is there on the description box also.
If you want to follow me, it's that alien.
Yeah.
And then you'll see Sable on top or something like that.
I don't know. I don't even ask.
What?
What? Yeah. Oh my God. Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Bye.